today. Namo the original master Sakyamuni Buddhaya. Namo the original master Sakyamuni Buddhaya. Namo the original master Sakyamuni Buddhaya. Dear Dhamma sister and brother, today is on October 29, 2020. We are at Phật Nhãn Buddhist Temple in Austin, capital in Texas, United States of America. First of all, I would like to pay homage to the Buddha, the wonderful Dhamma of the Buddha, and the harmonious Sangha, including lay devotee and monastic devotee. Today, first of all, I would like to invite the whole Sangha to listen to the sound of bell. After listen to the sound of bell, and we listen to the meditation music, few minutes after listening to meditation music, we can say the Dhamma talk. Today I would like to say the Dhamma talk about the topics of the 5 ethical training to you all. After that, if you have some question, another time we can have the Dhamma discussion. Right now, I would like to invite the whole Sangha to listen to the sound of bell one time, and then we listen to meditation music. Namo Sakyamuni Buddhaya. Thank you for your listening to the Dhamma music. I would like to invite the whole Sangha to chanting, to chant the word teaching together. Right now, I would like to invite the whole Sangha to chant together. Now, please see the blackboard and chant together. Yes, can you see it clear? Can you see it clearly? Okay. Nam Mô Origin, no Master Saki Amoni Buddhaya. Nam Mô Origin, no Master Saki Amoni Buddhaya. Nam Mô Origin, no Master Saki Amoni Buddhaya. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Respectfully pay homage to the Buddha, the world one, the worthy one, in your teacher, wonderfully awakened or enlightened one. As wonderful as the lotus flower, and bright as the northern star, let earth come back and take refuge in the Master of God and human being. The precious lotus blossom on the enlightened being toward the hollow sign on direction of wisdom. Go beyond the Dhamma realm, loving kindness and compassion, permeate on over mountain and river. I have chosen the Buddha perfect countenance. Now my wholeheartedly sincere heart eager to respectfully offer him. I offer word is to bring the tremble Dhamma diligence in the Dhamma path equal cultivated and the instant eliteness and the wood perfume the air. Make an auspicious friend both power to I, your disciple, with all my respect offer it to the Buddha of the 10 directions. May we practice the precepts seriously on time. May we practice concentration diligently. May we offer the precious fruits of insight as our offering of incense of the heart. We would like to respectfully offer the preference incense of the recent concentration of wisdom, delivering and delivering with right understanding to the Buddha. Bodhisattva, virtuous and noble Sangha, Dhamma, guardian, good God, knowing and understanding our wholehearted touching the earth in the pretty till to the triple jump, praising the Buddha Chuo and the Buddha Chuo Sai infinitely. He had realized perfect understanding for countless lifetime, the beauty and stability of a Buddha sitting can be in the mountain and river. How splendid the venture big how beautiful the light that shines forth from the Buddha third eye, illuminate the Siddhartha, the Naga Buddha is simply will be our next abandonment. For the continuation of the true teaching of practice, now we take refuge in the Buddha ever present. We are your disciples, wholeheartedly pay homage to the Buddha, forever present in the three lifetime and 10 direct notion. The Dhamma Chuo infinitely lovely, it's the praise of the word spoken by the Buddha himself, like fragrant flower lauding down from the heaven. The wonderful Dhamma is plain to see. It is recorded luminously in the three transparent pocket, handed down from generation to generation in the 10 directions. So that today we can see our way, we want to study it with on our heart. We take refuge in the Dhamma ever present. We are your disciples, wholeheartedly pay homage to the Dhamma, forever present in the three lifetime and 10 direct notion. Praising the Sangha Chuo, the Sangha Chuo infinitely present, a few of merit where good seed can be sown. The tree robe and the bow are symbol of freedom, mindfulness, training, concentration, and insights of both each other. The Sangha doing mindfulness day and night, am providing the foundation for us to realize the fruits of meditation. With one heart we come home to the Sangha, and take refuge in the Sangha ever present. We are your disciples, wholeheartedly pay homage to the Sangha, forever present in the three lifetime and 10 direct The three refuges I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who showed me the way of love and kindness, compassion and wisdom in lifetime. Having taken refuge in the Buddha, I clearly see the path of life and beauty in life, and turning back and taking refuge in the Buddha in myself. I aspire to have on people soon recognize and develop their own enlightened nature. Namo Buddhaya, Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami. I take refuge in the Sangha Dhamma, the way of practice and peace, joy, happiness, understanding and love for the many, right in the present life. Having taken refuge in the Dhamma, I am learning and practicing the Noble Eightfold Path, including ethic, meditation, and wisdom, interrelated very closely with right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Turning back and taking refuge in the Dhamma in myself, I aspire to have on people fully master the way of practice and work together on the path of liberation. Namo Dhammaya Dhammang Saranam Gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranam Gacchami. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community of cultivators, people who vow to live their life of empathy, harmony, and awareness to themselves and to others right here and right now in the present life. Having taken refuge in the Sangha, I am enlightened, instructed, and supported by the Sangha body on the way of practice. Now turning back and taking refuge in the Sangha in myself. I aspire to have on people build for full community to embrace on being and support their transformation. Namo Sanghaya Sangham Saranam Gacchami Dutiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami Tatiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Surrender, merit, reciting the training, practicing the way of awareness, give right to benefits without limit. We vow to set the crucifix on the end. We vow to offer tribute to parent, teacher, friend, and numerous beings who give guidance and support along the path. May the merit of this practice benefits on being and bring this. Is read diligent vow and pay thankful respect to the triple Dhamma. We disciple of Gautama Buddha, our own way aware of ourselves by day and by night, constantly practice and recollect the life of the Buddha. Namo Buddhaya. We are disciples of Gautama Buddha, our own way aware of ourselves by day and by night, constantly practice and recollect the life of the Dhamma. Namo Dhammaya. We are disciples of Gautama Buddha, our own way aware of ourselves by day and by night, constantly practice and recollect the life of the Sangha. Namo Sanghaya. May we be well, may we be happy, may we be healthy, may we be peaceful, may we be free from suffering, great anger, delusion, hatred, violence, and ignorance, and coronavirus, quickly, pandemic, quickly, and quickly. May the Buddha and Bodhisattva bless and protect on any time and anywhere. Sadhu lành thay well done. Thank you so much for your chanting with me today. I'm happy right now. I would like to invite the whole Sangha to listen to the Dhamma talk under my instruction about the topic about the 5 ethical training today. Right now I would like to share my PowerPoint for you to see together, to read together. Now I would like to share. Yes, can you hear me? Can you see it clear? Okay. The 5 ethical training. Good evening, dear Dhamma sister and brother. Today I would like to share the Dhamma talk about the 5 ethical training. I believe learn and practice them well in the spirit of cultivation, harmony, solidarity, peacefulness and happiness. We have a good opportunity to gather at the Dhamma Zup. It is the meaningful employment, practical ability, and usefulness for ourselves and for all the people right here and right now in the present life. It's easy for you to follow. The 5 ethical training. The 5 ethical training, the 5 methods of our daily practice represent the 5 ethical and basic teaching of the Buddha, namely the 4 noble truths and the noble eightfold path, or the path with the 8 lanes interrelated very closely together, have the ability to help us practice right understanding and true love, and have the ability to lead to healing, transformation, and happiness for ourselves and for the world. To practice the 5 ethical training is to cultivate the insight of right view, which can remove all fanaticism, intolerance, discrimination, fear, hatred, and despair. If we live and practice the 5 ethical training well, we are already on the path of a Bodhisattva. The 5 ethical training symbolize the Buddhist vision of the global spiritual ethic. Knowing that we are on the path, we do not remain any reason at all to worry about our life in the present and fear in the future. The 4th ethical training, preference for life. Be aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life. We are committed to cultivating the insight of interrelationship, love and kindness, compassion, and learning way to protect the life of people, animal, plant, and mineral. We are determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to support any acts of killing in the world, whether in our thought or in our life way. Seeing that harmful actions arise from greed, anger, delusion, hatred, ignorance, violence, fear, avarice, and wrong understanding, which in turn come from duality and discriminative thought. We vow to learn about an attitude of openness, non-discrimination, and non-attachment to any view, doctrine, or ideology in order to transform the sick of violence, fanaticism, dogmatism, and intolerance in ourselves and in the world. In the past time, do you try to learn and cultivate the first ethical training? The second ethical training, true happiness. Be aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, oppression, and social injustice. We are committed to practicing sharing our time, energy, and material resources with the needy in the three aspects of bodily action, verbal action, and mental action in our daily life. We are determined to practice joy before I'm given, joy during I'm given, and joy after I'm given. We are committed not to taking what is not given, not to taking other people's possession, to make our own asset, and not to possessing anything that should belong to other people. We vow to practice looking deeply to see that the happiness and suffering of other people are not separate from our own happiness and suffering. We know that true happiness is not possible without understanding and compassion. We're going a search for happiness by running after power, fame, wealth, and sensual pleasure can bring many time and despair. We are aware that true happiness depends on our mental attitude and not on external condition. Practicing knowing enough help us to live happily in the present moment, to recognize the happy conduction we have had. We are committed to practicing right livelihood so that we can have alleviate the suffering of living being honored and stop contributing to climate change. And in the past time, do you try to learn and cultivate the second ethical training? The third ethical training, true love and compassion. True love and compassion. Be aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct. We are committed to cultivating responsibility and learning ways to protect the safety and integrity of individual, couples, family, and society, knowing that sexual desire is not love, and that sexual activity motivated by craving always harms ourselves as well as other people. We are determined not to engage in sexual relations without true love and a deep long-term commitment make known to our families and friends. We will do everything in our power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couple and family from being broken by sexual misconduct. Seeing that body and mind are one, we are committed to learning appropriate ways to take care of our sexual energy and cultivating loving kindness, compassion, joy, and inclusiveness, which are the four basic elements of true love. For making our happiness and other people's happiness increase, practicing true love, we know that we will continue beautifully into the future. In the past time, do you try to learn and cultivate the third ethical or mindfulness training? The fourth ethical training, practice love and speak and deep listening. Be aware of the suffering caused by lacking mindful speak and the ability to listen to other people. We are committed to cultivating love and speak and compassionate listening in order to alleviate suffering and to promote reconciliation and peace in ourselves and among other people, ethnic and religious groups and nations. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, we are committed to speaking truthfully, using words that incite confidence, joy, hope, harmony, and solidarity. When anger is manifesting in us, we are determined not to speak. We are committed to practicing mindful breathing and mindful walking in order to recognize and to look deeply into our anger. We know that the root of anger can be found in our wrong perception and lack of understanding of the suffering in ourselves and in other people. We are committed to speaking and listening in a way that can help ourselves and other people to transform suffering and see the ways out of difficult situations. We are determined not to spread news that we do not know, to be certain and not to utter words that can cause division or discord. We are committed to practicing right diligence or right effort to nourish our capability of understanding love, joy, happiness, and inclusiveness, and gradually transform anger, hatred, violence, and fear that lie deep in our consciousness. In the past time, do you try to learn and cultivate the four ethical or mindfulness training? The fifth ethical training, nourishment and healing. Be aware of the suffering caused by a lack of mindful consumption. We are committed to cultivating the good health, both physical and mental, for ourselves, our family, and society. By practicing mindful eating, mindful drinking, and mindful consumption, We are committed to practicing, looking deeply into how to consume the four kinds of nutriment, namely edible food, sense impression, volition, and consciousness, to avoid consuming harmful products. We are determined not to gamble or not to use alcohol, rust, or any other products which contain toxins, including certain violent and debauched websites, YouTube, and electronic games such as TV programs, films, magazines, book, gambling, and conversation. We are committed to regularly practicing, coming back to the present moment, to be in touch with the present, healing and nourishing element in earth and around us. Neither letting regret and sorrow rush us back into the past, nor letting anxiety, fear, or craving burn out of the present moment. We are determined not to try to cover up loneliness, anxiety, or another suffering by losing ourselves in consumption. We are committed to consuming, nourishing, and developing the active seek in ourselves and in other people. We are determined not to look deeply into the relationship of living thing and living being, to learn way to consume in a way that preserves peace, joy, and well-being in our bodies and consciousness, and in the collective body and consciousness of our family, society, and the earth. In the past time, do you try to learn and cultivate the fifth and mindfulness adequate training? The five adequate training we proclaim above are the foundation of happiness of family, school, society, and the substance of inspiration to a safe living being, to penetrate deeply into the Buddha teaching every day, every week, or every month, at least once. We have to regularly change and apply the five adequate training in our daily life. Time passes rapidly as a road flies. Let us make an effort to bring peacefulness and happiness to ourselves and to other people, right here and right now in the present life. Afterwards, in noble silent thinking words, please happily repeat the diligent words in unison. We try to practice the Buddha teaching well and deeply. We try to practice the Buddha teaching well and deeply. And we try to practice the Buddha teaching well and deeply. After we learn, practice, understand, and listen to the five adequate training I just mentioned above, we wholeheartedly pay homage to the Buddha, the wonderful Dhamma of the Buddha, and the harmonious Sangha, including lay and monastic devotee of the Buddha, forever present in the 3 lifetime and 10 directions. Thank you so much for your attention and listening to the five adequate training I just shared about today. Thank you so much. Now, next is Dhamma discussion. Please discuss the Dhamma together happily. I would like to invite the whole Sangha to have some question or to discuss the Dhamma talk today. I would like to invite you.
Venerable, please let me first give you Tom's regrets. He can't come. He couldn't come this evening, but he plans to be here next week.
Next week, your friend.
Tom.
Tom. Men hay.
Yes, men hay.
I see. He busy, right?
I'm not sure what's going on, but it came up suddenly.
Okay, I got it. Sister, Yung Tâm, do you think about the schedule today, about the topic today? Do you have something to share?
I try my very best I always recite the 5 practices to myself every day. And I do my very best to practice them and embody them in my daily life. I think it's very important. It seems to me if you can do those 5 ethical trainings, you're well on the way of understanding the Eightfold Path and the Four Noble Truths.
I see.
That's just my feeling.
Because right now the 5 ethical training is, no religion. If we are the Buddhists or not Buddhists, if we don't practice the 5 ethical training and we become trouble. First ethical training, no killing, living life, but we kill. Another time, first our love and kindness and compassion become reduced less and less. And then officer, our government, local government can cast us in the prison. That's why we should practice the first ethical training, the 5 ethical training. Without practice and without freedom. 5 ethical training is very important for our family, for school, and for society. So important. You are Buddhist, we are Buddhist or not Buddhist. If we don't practice the 5 ethical training, we will become difficulty, or we will become trouble, get trouble. And the fourth ethical training, hold on, I want to, today. You see, the first ethical training, first we respect life, human life or animal life, and we develop nurture, develop love and kindness and compassion, protect natural environment, and nurture inner peace from our Dhamma practice, from our Dhamma learning, by being aware not to kill living beings. This first. And second, when we practice the second ethical training, we will let go of stingy and greedy mind. Express happy mind of I'm given. Make the offering and protect the triple jump, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, by being aware not to take what is not given. The second, including. And how about the third ethical training? Very important. When we have a legal spouse, but we look for another people, another person. All the time, our happiness becomes share. I give you sample. If we have 100, we have our family have 2 person. We can use consume use 100 completely fully. If we have 3 person, 1 person more, 1 person means 4 person because he or she who will have a father, a mother. All the time, 100 we can say more and more. And practice the first ethical training first. Building a happiness for our family, living faithfully with a legal spouse, by being aware not to do sexual misconduct, adultery, and not to violate bisexuality, by practicing the third ethical training. And how about the fourth ethical training? The fourth ethical training, when we practice the fourth ethical training, we can say the truth, harmonious, love and speak, bring peacefulness and happiness for ourselves and for other people by being aware not to tell lies. And how about the fifth ethical training? The fifth ethical training, when we practice the fifth ethical training, we can protect vigorous health, lucid mind, and bring peaceful joy and happiness for ourselves and for other people, for family, school, and society, by being aware not to take alcohol, drugs, toxins, including gambling, smoking, and playing the violent video game online. So the 5 ethical training very important for us to practice together. That's why today I said the Dhamma talk about the 5 ethical training to you all. Do you have some? Nikaya, if you have some, please share together. Okay, thank you so much for your attention and for your listening to the Dhamma talk I said today. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be healthy. And I would like to invite Sister Yu Tam. You are next speaker. Okay. Do you volunteer to say the Dhamma talk next week, Sister Yu Tam? If you agree, I'm happy.
Yes, I'm happy to do that.
Okay, next week
you
will you say the Dhamma talk for next week?
I don't know what it'll be on yet. I have to talk to Man Hai.
Man Hai. Right.
But I will have a Dharma talk and I will let you know right away what it will be.
Okay. Maybe you, maybe Man Hai.
I'll talk to Man Hai. He's my teacher.
Okay. And another time we gathered together. I think 2 weeks we should change. We should read. Maybe you read. Maybe I read, maybe Man Hai read. 2 weeks we read one time the 5 ethical training for reminder of our life.
Sure.
Maybe this week I have duty to read it, but I have duty to recite. And next week you have Dhamma talk or Man Hai. After that, 2 weeks we have one reading about.
Would you like me to speak on the first ethical training, perhaps?
2 weeks we have one time. We have once reading about 5 ethical training. Do you read? Other time we will maybe next week we will make a suggestion with brother Menhai. Okay, and after that around next Tuesday or Thursday, Tuesday or Wednesday, other time you or Menhai have duty to say the Dhamma talk. Other time you let me know. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your attention. May you be well, may you all be well and happy, and your loved one be well and happy. Thank you. May I stop here? Yes. Okay, have a good night.
Good night, you too.
Yeah, Nam Mô